Let me just talk about this chapter because. Okay, so. First of all, we didn't get Yuri development. Not enough. Which would have been quite hilarious. However, I'm not exactly disappointed with the chapter. But I do have problems with it. So first of all, it did have a rather quite a bit of. It was plain. It was plain, and it had a lot of mundane, everyday stuff, which has been the problem with the game all the time. Like that, it is the superpower is used more as a tool than as an interesting mechanic, and that certainly was still the case in this episode. However, that ending scene there, that freaking ending scene there, the fact that we jumped we jumped into a picture, or rather into a picture, and from that changed the time. That's an interesting idea. However, it's an interesting idea, but if they are not going to use that later on in the game, that more than anything is just a Deus Ex Machina. However, if it is used more, if we are going to eventually jump from picture to another and just like rapidly start changing the timelines, that would be really interesting. That would present an interesting, a cool idea, and a cool way to explore this setting and story. Like that would be a really cool puzzle to solve. I would really love that. So there's a lot of potential there, but there's a high potential there, which means that either this is going to blow or this is going to be pretty good. That's not to say that the game is still like completely great, because it has a lot of bad things to it. One of those being that it is actually like its production seems lackluster. Not only are the models starting to annoy, like the models are starting to annoy me, like how just the modeling is not good. The animation is subpar. Like basically the only good thing about or the best thing about the game is it has a good idea, and the background music is like that is the background music is definitely the game's greatest thing. However, even the gameplay itself is rather lackluster. It is more. It is not even like. It's like a mechanic where you are not gonna go thinking about it. Like, it. Basically, what I'm saying, I would like more inevitable things. More things where I would want more consequences. I want more things to happen. I want just like the fact that the time travel is an interesting mechanic. It's like allows us to just completely mess around with the storyline and just like it. Well, it's an interesting idea at the very least to explore dialogue trees like this. Even though it is an interesting way, it makes it so that the game is impossible to base out properly, which is quite regrettable, considering that there's quite a lot of potential for that. Still, it's at the very least it has unique parts to it, and it has a lot of nice character to it. It's just in my mind, this is just so far. It has been just very average, unfortunately. But this is going to be the turning point where I either like the game or I don't like it. Now, that is a good point that I wasn't able to save Kate, which I would like more of those scenes, since that was really cool. And admittedly, I do like that the time traveling power has been like it has had side effects. Like, that's at the very least something. That we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like, the final 2 chapters are going to give going to sway my final judgment of the game. So, yeah.